USCIS Loyalty Screening and Contribution Test, August 2025. Two policy changes announced this week are set to reshape how green card and citizenship applications are reviewed. From now on, USCIS officers will screen applicants for what they call anti-American views, require citizenship applicants to show positive contributions to the United States. These measures are not proposals or ideas for debate. They are already live, and they apply not only to new filings but also to pending cases still waiting in the system. This represents one of the most significant shifts in immigration policy in recent memory. What anti-American screening means. The first change deals with ideology. Officers are now directed to assess whether an applicant has expressed or supported anti-American beliefs, anti-Semitic ideology, or ties to extremist organizations. But the term itself, anti-American, is not clearly defined. That creates wide room for interpretation. In practice, USCIS has indicated that this could involve reviewing public records and past affiliations, examining organizational memberships, expanding the monitoring of online presence and social media. For applicants, this could mean more detailed questions at interviews and, in some cases, additional background checks that extend processing times. Supporters argue this is a security safeguard. Critics point out that vague standards could create inconsistency, where one applicant is approved and another denied for very similar behavior. Citizenship applicants and the positive contribution requirement. The second change affects those applying for naturalization. For decades, the benchmark was good moral character. That meant no serious crimes, fraud, or repeated violations of law. Now, applicants must also provide evidence of positive contributions to American society. Examples given by USCIS include documented volunteer service, community involvement such as school or charity work, military or other forms of public service, economic contributions, including running businesses or supporting local employment. This marks a shift from a neutral standard, simply staying out of trouble, to an affirmative standard, where applicants are expected to show active engagement. For many, it means collecting additional evidence that may not have been necessary before. Why these changes are important? On their own, each update is significant. Together, they create a new framework for how eligibility is judged. Green card applicants may see their personal views and online activity factored into decisions. Citizenship applicants now need to go beyond compliance and show active benefit to the community. Pending cases may also be reassessed under these new rules, creating uncertainty for applicants already in line. Processing times, documentation requirements, and interview complexity are all expected to increase as a result. Who will be most affected? The impact extends broadly across the immigration system. Green card seekers, family-based, employment-based, and other applicants may see enhanced scrutiny. Citizenship applicants, all N-400 forms will now require contribution evidence. Asylum and refugee applicants, already heavily vetted, they could now face additional ideological review. Pending cases, even applications filed months or years ago may face reassessment. Because discretion lies with individual officers, the experience could vary widely case by case. The broader policy context. These updates reflect a values-based immigration framework promoted by the administration. The stated purpose is to ensure those granted permanent residency or citizenship are both law-abiding and positively engaged. Supporters describe it as a way to strengthen national security and integration. Critics raise concerns about vagueness, the risk of inconsistent application, and potential conflict with constitutional protections. Legal scholars are already signaling possible court challenges, particularly around freedom of expression. But until such challenges progress, USCIS is moving forward. How this could play out in real life. Consider a few scenarios. A lawful permanent resident posts strong criticism of U.S. foreign policy years ago that could now be flagged during renewal or naturalization. A citizenship applicant who has worked multiple jobs to support their family may struggle to show formal volunteer work. They may be asked to demonstrate contributions in other ways. Two applicants with nearly identical records may face different outcomes depending on how individual officers interpret positive contributions or anti-American views. This unpredictability is what has many applicants and attorneys paying close attention. Practical steps for applicants. While every case is unique, immigration attorneys suggest applicants may want to take proactive measures. 1. Review online activity. Be aware that social media accounts and past posts could be examined. 2. Document community contributions. Collect records of volunteer service, nonprofit involvement, or other contributions. Economic activity, employment records, or proof of paying taxes may also serve as evidence. 3. Seek legal guidance. Attorneys can help identify what qualifies as a positive contribution and how to present it. 4. Stay informed. Policies are evolving quickly, and USCIS may release further clarifications. Impact on communities. Beyond individual cases, these changes carry broader effects. Immigrant communities may feel increased pressure to present themselves in specific ways. Some may choose to limit online expression to avoid misinterpretation. Others may face stress in gathering proof of contributions while managing work and family responsibilities. The policy introduces a new dynamic: immigration status linked not just to lawfulness, but also to perceived loyalty and measurable contributions. What happens next? A legal action. Civil rights organizations are reviewing the changes and could pursue litigation. Political debate. Congressional committees may hold hearings to examine how the policies are applied. Administrative guidance. USCIS may release additional memos or clarifications in the coming months. For now, however, the rules stand, and they're already being used in interviews and case reviews. Key takeaways. USCIS will now screen for anti-American views. Citizenship applicants must demonstrate positive contributions. The policies apply to both new and pending cases. Outcomes may vary, as standards are open to interpretation. A legal and political responses are expected, but not yet resolved. Final thoughts. Immigration has always involved background checks and moral character assessments. What has changed is the scope. Applicants are now expected to show not only that they are not a threat, but also that they are actively supportive and beneficial to the country. This marks a more demanding process for many, and one that will likely be shaped by ongoing court cases, political debate, and administrative updates. For immigrants preparing applications today, the key will be documentation, preparation, and awareness of how these new standards could be applied. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell icon for future updates. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.